don't be like me. Don't be like me. Just go ahead and cut that off. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use magnetic gel polish to create a simple but very cute nail set. So stay tuned to see how these nails turn out. So I'm definitely starting off with this base gel from Born Pretty, and I'm just going to add a base coat to all of these nails starting off. This is the 15 milliliter bottle. This actually came from the base gel and top coat set from Born Pretty, so feel free to check out their products. Unfortunately, if you go through the Born Pretty website, there is a suspension on shipments to the United States due to the new tariffs. So if you do try to purchase and have it sent to the US, then you will not get your order. So I would definitely recommend looking through Amazon if you can. I believe it may still be on there. I need to check that too, but yeah, so sorry to hear that that has happened. I forgot to mention this earlier, but I do plan to touch a little bit on some advice for those who maybe want to start their YouTube channel for nails. So I just want to share the things that I've learned as I've been doing this and just, share it with you guys. So stick around for that. It'll be coming up later in the video. To get into the fun part of the process, I'm going to be applying a black gel polish as my base. I did find that with this reflective magnetic gel polish that I'm going to be using, it definitely helps to have some kind of base color on. I was going to do it on a clear nail. I tried it before I started filming just to see how it looked with like a clear base, and safe to say, like, I think the black just looked better. But in the future I might try it without a base color and just go clear. I don't know, we'll see. I was also contemplating like if I wanted to do an ombre or just do the full nail, and by the thumbnail you can probably tell that I just went ahead and did the full nail. So the magnetic gel polish that I plan to use is this Born Pretty's Reflective Glass Cat Magnetic Gel. It is a pretty red kind of color. I really love it. So I'm going to be applying a layer of this onto the nail. To me, it looked like I had already done the magnet part, which I hadn't even done it yet. So now I'm just doing it, and it's a little hard to see that the gel polish is moving, but it is moving. But I am using the smaller end of my dual-ended magnet to move the gel polish around. Sorry if it is hard to see on camera. I realize that now, like it's pretty difficult to see, but in real life, it's definitely moving a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing this and then I'm gonna immediately cure it in my lamp for 30 seconds. At first, I thought that a matte nail design would be cute, but I ended up just doing one nail matte and then just seeing how the others looked with a glossy coat. And I ended up liking the glossy look better. So you will see that I do the matte coat for now, but at the end, I'm going to go in and top coat all of them. And I'm going to retop coat this one so that it's glossy like the others. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like matte top coat just really isn't my thing. Like I really love a glossy looking nail and even like against my skin, I feel like matte nails don't really look good, but anyways, I don't know if it's just me. But I'm going to move on and I'm going to do the rest of the nails. It's going to be the same process, so I am going to speed through this eventually just so that we can get through it, but you can see the full process. While doing this, I do just kind of want to give some advice to those who may be interested in starting their nail journey too here on YouTube. I've been doing this for 3 years now at this point, and I've made it this far, and I'm so happy with where I'm at. But I just want to go ahead and share a few tips with those who may be interested in starting. And it's not so much about the tools and everything, it's more so about planning and all of that stuff. So I do just want to touch on that a little bit. So, my first tip is to make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. So, I know a lot of people, you're familiar with YouTube, you know that you can get monetized at some point, you know, all the benefits that can come with being a YouTuber. That's great. All that stuff is great. But I feel like you should also know that you want to do it and have the right reasons of wanting to do it. So, I feel like personally, if you really love nails and you do it anyways, then yes, definitely go for it because it's not going to feel tiring. It's not going to feel exhausting, draining. It's going to feel like normal stuff because you do it anyways. So definitely make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do it, but I'm saying it helps when you are doing it with good reason and good judgment. So that's definitely my first piece of advice. My second piece of advice is to make sure that you have a schedule or a routine for yourself. So, just to kind of give you an idea, so I work a regular 9 to 5 job, right? I know that I get off around the same time every day. Sometimes I work later. But I do also have a calendar that I use, a personal home calendar that I use. It's a dry erase board. And I write down the days that I'm going to film. I write down the days that I'm going to edit. I write down the day that I'm going to upload. Usually, edit and upload is the same day. But yeah, I pretty much plan out my whole month at the beginning of the month to know exactly what I'm doing on each day. Now, your schedule may vary. I know life happen, things come up, and that's fine. But I think it's important that if you set a routine for yourself, and you kind of have an idea of what you have going on for the week or that day or whatever, I think that helps a lot when you're wanting to upload and also be consistent. So that's definitely important. Another part that comes with the routine, not only does it have to do with filming and all that good stuff, but I think it also has to do with your own self-care habits. So for me, I get off of work, I don't know, around 4:15. I get home around 4:30. And so for me, what I like to do when I get home immediately is I take a shower. That allows me to reset and basically regroup for me to get started with filming and everything. So I take the time in the evening right when I get off to shower, eat a little snack, scroll for just a little bit, maybe 10 to 20 minutes. And then I just move on about my stuff. So, yeah, another thing that comes with that is just I try to plan ahead of time. So, um, and planning does include like researching. I try to research what is my video going to be about? What is my thumbnail going to be? What am I going to be using? I plan all of that right before I decide to film. So that's definitely essential for me. It helps me. And not only that, but keeping my space clean helps a lot. Keeping my space clean because I do find that when I have a lot of stuff in my space, my mind is just really cluttered and I can't plan a set. And those are the days that I don't get a video done. So yeah, definitely make sure that you have a schedule or routine for yourself. My last piece of advice for this video, because I don't think I have enough time, is to not compare yourself to others. Comparison is a thief of joy. So if you do that, you're not going to fully enjoy what you're doing. You're going to be constantly worried about the next person. And I feel like that honestly slows you down in the end because you're not being productive. You're not focusing on your own work. And that's something that I dealt with when I first started. Like I was comparing myself like crazy. But now I just do what I love to do. I love to create, I love to come up with nail sets. So that's what I do. I focus on what I'm doing because honestly, you should be creating more than you're consuming, anyways. So definitely try to focus more on your own work. It's nice to be inspired. It's great to be inspired. I still get inspired, but I don't let that keep me from being productive and building my own stuff? So that's definitely my last piece of advice. I pretty much talked through that whole segment, so I hope that you guys enjoyed it. But now I'm just going ahead and applying my top coat. I didn't really have a chance to mention this earlier, but one of the nails, you saw that it had a little tab on it, and you're probably annoyed by it. You're probably wondering, girl, why didn't you cut that off? And honestly, I was thinking like I would just cut it off after I've applied the gel polish and everything. It's not going to make a big deal, but it did make a little bit of a big deal because it had like a little, like it looked chipped a little bit, but I don't think it was too noticeable. But yeah, if you ever, don't be like me. Don't be like me. Just go ahead and cut that off before you start painting. Now I'm going to be doing a little bit of 3D nail art using this sculpting gel. This is from, I think, either Shein or Temu. Y'all know me, I can't remember for the life of me where I get my supplies from, but I know it's one or the other. But I'm going to be applying some of this to the nail. You can also use rhinestone glue. That also gives that 3D effect, but definitely use a thicker kind of substance for designs like this. I do end up curing directly after each line that I put on because I don't want the gel to move around or lose its shape. I feel like I've done a lot of talking this video, so I'm going to let this part play out and then I'll jump back on when I show you the finished look. And that is how I used magnetic gel polish to create this cute long nail set. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.